Good morning. Can you hear me? Okay, good. I'll try not to shout then. Sorry, I'm a bit discombobulated. I had to find an iron this morning. I haven't ironed a shirt in 8 years, and then my hair got wet coming inside. I can't read my papers because they're wet and splotchy, but we will forge on. All right, good morning, and welcome to the weekly multi-platform service of Tri-County Unitarian Universalists, based in Summerfield, Florida. We acknowledge that we occupy the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary lands of the indigenous Florida peoples. I am Liz Perdue, today's service leader. Hello to our members and friends, and a special welcome to those who might be visiting here for the first time. Unitarian Universalists are united not by a creed of shared beliefs, but by a covenant of shared values. We celebrate that we do not need to think alike to love alike. It is our respect and encouragement of each other's diversity of thought that truly binds us together. For the curious and for the seekers. Good morning. Unitarian Universalist values and covenant may be found on your order of service and at our website, triuu.org. Our newsletter, included in the timetable, can also be found there under news and events. We have announcements, but first, shut it off, put it in airplane mode. I took off my new watch that's talking to me and beeping and telling me things I don't know what it's telling me. I took it off and left it in the car. And I need your help. Let's see. At our forum this Thursday, December 11th, this Thursday, Rabbi Aaron Bakst of Temple Beth Shalom in Ocala will speak on anti-Semitism, what it is and what it is not. Come for the forum at 4 and stay for the potluck afterwards. Mark your calendars for 2 o'clock on December 18th. Our own Steve Burt, the Christmas story pastor, will tell stories from his book and sell autographed copies. All profits go to TriUU. Thank you, Steve. Save room for tea and Christmas cookies. Nancy and Ken Garrison invite everyone to a Christmas Day UU&U potluck at their home in the village of Finney, beginning at 3 p.m. Please see the flyer behind the AV desk for more information and to sign up. Our food banks are currently running low. The Community of Gratitude Food Bank accepts fresh fruits and vegetables, toilet paper, diapers, cash, and gift cards. If you have any questions, please contact Linda and Phil. This concludes our announcements. As we now begin the service proper, we will recite our vision statement. Please join with your voice as we recite together. We will be an influential voice for progressive religious values in a diverse community. Our chalice keeper today is Tom Murphy. We invite those of you joining us on Zoom to light your chalice at home.
Hope is the only thing stronger than fear, Susan Collins. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope, by Martin Luther King.
You sure?
Remember our Back home, there's snow. And while I don't miss the cold, well, I miss it a little bit more now, there's a magic to snow that is undeniable. Not just its beauty, which is real, or the way it reflects back to us light, or the potential for joy. Snowmen will appear, and maybe snow angels, and the tracks of animals we wouldn't normally get to see. But the other thing I love about snow is the silence, the way it insulates, a blanket pulled up over the world. Science explains the phenomenon that sound waves get caught in the gaps between the arms and dampen the sound before it arrives in our ears. It's muted, softer, like a spell has been cast on the world. What I know is this is how I understand this time, how I have always understood this time. That the seconds, minutes, hours get caught as they travel to our minds, bodies, and spirits. Time takes longer, lands more gently, responds quietly to openness and invitation. It's a spell, a kind of magic this season, of waiting, of hoping, of preparing a way for whatever is to come, if only we are ready to receive what it has to offer. Come, let us worship together. Please rise and lift your voice in song with me for our opening hymn, Come Sing a Song with Me.
Song
Our story this morning is Waiting is Not Easy by Mo Willems. Gerald, says Piggy as she cartwheels over, I have a surprise for you. Yay, what is it? Replies Gerald. The surprise is a surprise, says Piggy. Oh, replies Gerald. Is it big? He asks. Yes, exclaims Piggy. Is it pretty? Asks Gerald. Yes, says Piggy excitedly. Can we share it? Asks Gerald. Yes, exclaims Piggy. I cannot wait, shouts Gerald. You will have to, replies Piggy. Wait? What? Why? Asks Gerald. The surprise is not here yet, says Piggy. So I will have to wait for it? Asks Gerald. Yes, replies Piggy. Groan, replies Gerald. I may be Gerald. Oh, well, if I have to wait, I will wait, he adds. I am waiting, he notes. Waiting is not easy, Gerald observes. Piggy, I want to see your surprise now, Gerald exclaims. I am sorry, Gerald, she says, but we must wait, she adds as she sits down. Gerald lets out another groan that knocks Piggy over. Piggy lets out a small oof. Crossing his arms, Gerald says, I am done waiting. I do not think your surprise is worth all this waiting. I will not wait anymore, as he begins to walk away. Piggy sits quietly, her eyes closed. Gerald walks back to her. Okay, I will wait some more, he says sadly. It will be worth it, Piggy replies. Gerald responds with another groan that knocks Piggy over. She lets out a small eek. Piggy, exclaims Gerald, we have waited too long. It is getting darker. It is getting darker, he replies as he looks around. Soon we will not be able to see each other, he says. Soon we will not be able to see anything. We have wasted the whole day, Gerald cries. Well, stammers Piggy. We have waited and waited and waited and waited. And for what? Asks Gerald. For that, replies Piggy, and they both look up to the stars twinkling brightly in the night sky. This was worth the wait, Gerald says in awe. Tomorrow morning, I want to show you the sunrise, says Gerald. I cannot wait, says Piggy. Now, as we move deeper into our service, let us turn inward to consider transitions, the joys, sorrows, and concerns that we all experience in our life's journeys. Before we go further, I wanted to share a great joy. Connie Stanley will celebrate her 100th birthday on December 9th. Yeah. And Solidarity December birthdays. There are 3 bowls of stones of different colors representing the gratitude of joy, the grief of sorrow, and whatever feeling you're having related to concerns. After those present have placed stones in the water, our ushers will place stones from each of the bowls into the water on behalf of those who are not present with us in the building and those who have chosen not to or who are unable to come forward. Those online are invited to type into the chat to express what is on your heart. When all the stones have been mingled in the water, we will take a moment for silent meditation or prayer. You may now come forward. Let us take a moment now to reflect on our own joys, concerns, and sorrows, and those of others in this beloved community. After the moment closes, the sound of chimes will bring us back into this space as we sing our response, "Find a Stillness."
Larry Cooper will present our sharing of abundance.
Good morning, early risers. 'Tis the season, thank you. 'Tis the season to be giving and receiving. Blessed be the givers and the receivers. Beware. Regulations regarding tax-deductible contributions will change in 2026. Hence, you might be able to reduce the total amount of combined taxes you pay in 25-26 by making some or all of what you would otherwise pay in 2026 in 2025. But before getting into that, let's review how to reduce your tax bill if you are over 70 and a half, probably a couple in here that satisfy that, and thereby required to take annual distributions, commonly referred to as RMDs, from your individual retirement account, or IRA. While you were contributing to your IRA during your working years, you did not pay taxes on those deposits nor on what you earned since then on the money invested. Now that you have graduated from the class of 70 and a half, Uncle Sam is now knocking on your door and saying, time's up. You are now required to withdraw funds from your IRA account, pay taxes on the required withdrawal, and report it as earned income. Here comes Tri-UU to your rescue. Have your broker write a qualified charitable distribution or QCD check from your IRA account and make them payable directly to a qualified charity such as Tri-County UU, and you will be excused from paying taxes on those QCD distributions. Thinking ahead a few months, you might also want to increase your reduction in taxes due in 2025 by including some or all of what you might otherwise be planning to contribute to Tri-UU in 2026. Your Tri-UU finance team will do its best to put that money to work to increase its value by the time it is needed to pay expenses. Now, back to the potential impact of the changes that will go into effect in 2026. According to some financial advisors, depending upon individual circumstances, the net 25-26 tax year's effect could mean that by bunching or advancing contributions you would otherwise plan to make in 2026, in 2025, you could reduce your 2-year combined taxes. Caution, your friendly finance team is not qualified to give advice on tax management. Please seek advice from your personal financial tax advisor specific to your situation. On behalf of your finance team, enjoy being a savvy donor and have a good day.
He's tall. Okay. We will now receive our offering. If you are visiting us for the first time, please do not feel obligated to give. You are our guest, and we are happy to have you here with us today. This is the time in our service when those who wish to make some monetary contribution to our congregation's vision and mission give to support this community and its outreach. If you are putting cash in the basket that you want credited to your pledge, please put the cash in a brown envelope with your name on the front. Envelopes are available at the table at the back of the sanctuary, Steve holding them up, I invite the ushers to come forward.
Our reading today comes from Leslie Takahashi. This is We Are Waiting. This is the season of anticipation, of expecting, of hoping, of wanting. This is the time of expecting the arrival of something or someone. We are waiting. This is the time of living in darkness, in the hues of unknowing, of being quiet, of reflecting on a year almost past, waiting for a new beginning, for a closing or an end. This is the time for digesting the lessons of days gone past, anticipating the future for which we are waiting. Waiting for a world that can know justice, waiting for a lasting peace, waiting for the bridge to span the divides which separate us, waiting for a promise or a hope. For all of this, we are waiting. The first week of Advent, the season that begins the Christian liturgical year, has just finished. Week 1 is devoted to hope, followed by peace, joy, and love. Advent is described in a variety of ways. It is a season of waiting, yes, but of expectant waiting, or anticipation, or even longing, active waiting. But not a rowdy or Geraldy waiting, more of a silent or quiet one, more like Piggy, more determined, more present to this moment, not where we have been, but where we might yet be going. Time slows. We let go of expectations, or at least hold them more loosely. We turn inward and outward gently. We pay attention. We notice. We wander without rushing. We take it all in. Thinking about the way our secular culture begins a new year with celebration and gusto, the partying as the clock counts down, waiting excitedly for the ball to drop, getting updates as the year changes over across the globe. This is about as opposite as we can get. Our culture tries to drown out this season with everything. I have so much compassion for anyone trying to do anything in December, especially anything that wasn't planned last December. Everything is booked, from rooms and restaurants to our calendars. December is one of the most exhausting months of the year. Maybe it's just that I'm an introvert, but whew. And Advent is at the other end of the pendulum. The quiet, stillness, making space in time. Letting go of the breath we've been holding for the last 11 months. Feeling our spirit ease into a kind of rest. Each year it is striking how contradictory the two are. On one hand, there's frenzy and rushing and visiting and doing. The other, there's none of that. Instead, there's a peace and presence. We can notice how one is the life of empire, the other, spiritual or religious life. One wants everything from us to keep us in constant motion like whirling dervishes or the Looney Tunes Tasmanian devil, spinning around with such speed and energy. The other invites us to consider something more, something deeper, something more meaningful, starting within, requiring no movement, just gentleness and openness. It's countercultural. We see this dichotomy elsewhere as the East Wing of the White House has been torn down to build a golden ballroom, while at least one college student who traveled for the holidays was arrested and deported, and news our military has been deployed to kill everyone on so-called drug boats. Empire is encroaching into every part of all of our lives. Advent is one practice for resistance. Advent gives us a chance to separate ourselves from the constantly breaking news, from the stress that social media, news media, the 10,000 daily emails, good grief, about shopping and giving and whatever else they're looking for in this season, and all the other sources that generate craze and distraction in our minds, hearts, spirits, and bodies. It is overwhelming what we do to ourselves in this season. Advent, though, is a kind of unplugging, as it were, when we answer the call. It's noticing the tension of the outside world and the yearning within for the light of one candle. This week, helping us hold hope. Next week, helping us practice peace, drawing us into ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, we will experience the flickers of Kairos, God's time, or maybe Schrodinger's time, where every possible moment is happening all at once. The truth of now and the truth of all that has been and yet will be occurring in this time, a constant now. The world begs and shouts for our attention while at least part of us asks for a walk or the quiet of coffee or tea and a book, witnessing the beauty of the natural world, the slowing down and savoring of this one precious life we get to live. Advent is a time of preparation. Mary was preparing for her baby to arrive. She is not nesting or setting up his room or getting a baby shower. She could not, as she and her husband-to-be must answer the call of empire, traveling a long ways to register for the census to pay their taxes. But their baby is coming, and soon now. While she is tending her duty to empire, she is focused on the coming child. She said yes to this baby. She could have protested, but she did not. Her preparations might have included reassuring herself that she is up to the challenges that will surely come with bearing a child, and this particular child, and becoming a mother. Her reach is small. She is poor, young, and carrying a baby who is meant to change the world. Her reach is quite possibly just what she could carry in her arms. How many parents have felt that way, that they have so little to offer their child or children, and still they give whatever they can, always hoping for their child or children to have a better life, to hope that what they have been given will be enough. We might wonder what she knows of what will be asked of him and how he will get there. We might wonder what she knows of changing the world and how she might counsel him. I wonder if she wondered, or she just knew that what she needed to do was love him with her whole heart, teach him care and gentleness with others, and equally how to dismantle the systems that make empire run and crush us. I wonder if she thought to learn more than lullabies and faith, or if she ever thought she'd need more than that. I doubt anyone offered her what to expect when you're expecting, let alone what to expect when you're expecting to birth the Messiah. But still, I think she knew everything she needed from her own living, and that was why she was chosen. What she knew would be enough, and everything he would need to do the work that he was called to do. We are invited to ask these and other questions during this time of year as we reflect on the needs of the world. How might we use this time to prepare the way, and for what? We, yous, are not waiting for the Messiah. We are more inclined to believe that, well, let's be honest, no one is coming to save us. That's true both geopolitically and spiritually. This is a time when we accept the consequences of our actions and recognize that this is our work to do. Maybe our preparations lead us back to the basics of loving our neighbors, yes, even that one, and caring for those most marginalized, the widow and orphan, yes, as well as the poor, the queer, the disabled, the Black, Indigenous, and other people of color, the undocumented, the incarcerated, the elders, and so on. No one is coming to save us. Our duty is to save ourselves by saving each other. Not every person for themselves, but all of us for all of us. We can only be saved by saving each other. Together is the only way that we can all move forward. I'm reminded of the parable of the long spoons. There are many iterations of it, but imagine a group of people who are seated around a hole, and at the center is a bowl of food. These people are very hungry and have not eaten in some time. But the spoons each person has are longer than their arms. Still, they struggle to find a way to feed themselves, working to bring a spoonful to their lips. They continue this for some time until one person realizes that the spoon they have, while too long to feed themselves, is an ideal length for feeding one of their neighbors. That person cannot eat from their own spoon, but they can use their spoon to feed someone else. And if they all work to feed each other, they will all eat and be satiated. This is a time of uncertainty. We are, many of us, Geralds, and we are waiting for something special to come, and we want to know what and when and where and possibly who, why, and how. If the answer isn't here, now, behold, we get frustrated. In so many ways, we've been trained to faster, faster, when anything less than instantaneous is too slow. And we've gotten so used to that level of responsiveness that when we don't get it, we're impatient. Our vision too narrow to be on the lookout for other possibilities, other options, other practices that remind us of the magic and wonder that is being alive in this world. That immediacy isn't the pace of the world. In seminary, we did an exercise once where we considered life from different vantage points. What is time like to a river or a mountain? Can we even imagine that scale and scope? How much changes and how slowly to our human mind? This is another viewpoint that invites us to other ideas. We can notice how time means something different now as we ease into Advent, that it can feel more spacious, like we don't want it to end. Like all things, it will have its season, but liturgical calendar aside, we don't know how or when it will end, when it will bring transition into the next season, and what that will bring. We are here now, floating, aware of the challenges, but also now the potential. Potential we could not notice when we were racing through empire's mazes for that prize that is never quite as rewarding as we think it should be. How will it end and when? Will we make it until then? We cannot know. For now, what we can do is prepare the way. Prepare ourselves, prepare our communities, make the way for change, for openness, for possibility, for space, for justice. We slow down, take a break from the chaos, breathe deeply. Are we willing to be changed? Let us get to work. I'm going to close with one of my favorite poems, and one that always strikes me as reflective of this season. This is The Visit by Patricia Lunetta Gold. The last time I saw Margaret, she had reached the skeletal stage. I rubbed her feet that day, touching death. Feet bumped out with bunions, tipped with twisted toes and curling yellowed nails. On her bedside stand a scrap of paper, the name of one of those TV evangelists who beseech you to feel the healing power of Jesus through the screen. And don't forget to send your generous love gifts. As I drive home on a narrow, curving road, someone tailgates, itching to go faster, not knowing he's flesh and fragile. Slowed by sadness and sick of pressure, I pull onto the gravel shoulder, let him shoot by, and on my right, catch sight of a great blue heron standing tall and still in the aisle made by 2 rows of towering trees. Like a priest in feathered robes, he bows his head 3 times before an altar of mountain bluffs. It's dusk, and the moon, just rising, illuminates his wings as they open in benediction for evening flight. His parting call, stay awake. Holiness may spread its wings for you at any moment. Please rise and lift your voice in song with me for our closing hymn, People Look East.
Tom Murphy will now read the chalice extinguishing message.
The best way not to feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. Go out and make good things happen, and you will fill the world with hope. That was said by Barack Obama.
We want Barack back. All right. So we are at the end, if I could find the end. There we are, reflections. We are interested to hear how you experience this hybrid worship service and/or what you took away from the sermon. For those of you on Zoom, raise your hand to speak or type your comment in the chat box. For those here in the gathering space, please raise your hand. If there's time, Reverend Kristina or I will call on you. Please share your name and keep the microphone close to your mouth so we can hear you better. I forgot to ask if there's any visitors today. I am so sorry.
And if they would like to introduce themselves.
And would you like to introduce yourself? I don't see. Nope. Okay. All right. So, would anyone like to make a comment about today's sermon? What? No way. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Morning, everybody. Okay, Reverend, it's my first time hearing about Advent, and I am interested in learning more. I think I'm going to have to do a bit of research, but I've never heard about it the way you taught it. Very interesting. And thanks for the eye-opener.
Thank you.
For the eye-opener.
Having not been raised Christian, I tend to bring my own perspective to things, so you probably won't necessarily find it the way that I've described it exactly, but hopefully there will be some resonance. Someone else, yes, Carolyn.
Good morning, I'm Carolyn Bradley, and I just want to say to you it's exactly what I needed to hear today, particularly because each day this week I said, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to relax and just be quiet. And That was Monday, and that was Tuesday, and that was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today, I'm going to sit and relax and reflect and not do anything.
Thank you.
Gary, I just want to say that I was especially moved by today's service. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Peggy and Cindy.
Well, last night, thank you. Last night I was in charge of a great big party of 60 people, and today I have company coming for 3 days, so it's like I needed this today, and it was so hopeful. And I especially always love your stories and of waiting, and it's not easy for me to wait either. And I appreciated the whole perspective, and especially hope. Gives us good hope. We need that in this season.
Thank you.
I thank you for so much of today's service. And I never really knew much about Advent either, so I agree that it was wonderful to hear it in this way. I want to just talk about one of the struggles I continue to have here is that we're in perpetual summer. I mean, it gets a little bit darker and a little bit cooler, but we don't have, your Ohio winters here. We don't have my New York City winters here. And because of that, we don't have nature telling us to slow down. I mean, it really does get quiet in New York City when there's a snowfall. I remember going outside and the quiet was just startling how quiet it was. You didn't hear traffic. It was pure white in front of my big apartment building. We were a block and a half from Central Park, and all you would see was people dragging out snow skis and sleds with their children behind them. It was something like Norman Rockwell, going to the cafe on the corner for hot chocolate, which suddenly was in great supply. And it was just a different place in the winter that reminded you that we can be different, that we can say no to empire, as you say, and really get in touch with what's important in life. And so I look to my Southern friends to help us find the cues here to do the same thing, because sometimes I don't find it. Thank you.
Thank you. Having not been raised Christian, I was not familiar with the liturgical seasons. And while I was in seminary, I was like, I should probably learn a little bit about some of these things. So that's how I discovered Advent. Yeah, go ahead.
I deeply appreciated the content of your message today, but even more than that, I think I appreciate the beauty of it, the beautiful way you presented it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you. That was beautiful. I must agree with Corinne. I have a very limited concept of Advent. Having been raised Christian, it was all about getting the picture, usually some kind of little Christmassy picture, but every single day you got to open the little box and got some very cheap, nasty chocolate, right? But that was Advent. But now that this time of year has become a time of grief and loss, I'm going to go home and make a new Advent calendar with what I'm going to look at each week. Thank you.
That'll be nice. Yvette.
I'm not quite sure what I'm going to say or how to say this, but I just kind of caught on a couple of little things that you talked about, but you didn't expand on it. But the thing about loving, yes, even him, and I was reminded of the book about him, and the guy, it's very difficult to forgive and have love for someone who's like him. But, if you read the book about him by his niece, you will know that he was horribly neglected and mistreated as a child. And I'm only saying that because it's only when I come here and listen to you that I have a little glimpse of some compassion. And it's very difficult, and when I leave here, it's going to go out the window, and then it'll come, and then one day it'll come back again.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday? Okay. Thank you, Bud. I did say that one, not him, but I appreciate you naming that. All right. Jean Harrison Newyar has written in The Gift of Faith, "In the lore of ancient China, there is a story of a philosopher who was asked, 'Where is the road called hope?' He replied, 'It does not exist, but as people move upon it, it comes into being.' I invite you to keep moving on this path, this journey, this waiting together road with me." Nope.
Join us for fellowship in the back of the room till 11 o'clock. Reverend Kristina will be around until 10:20-ish for those who'd like to talk with her. Come and say hi. If you want a bit more to eat and more time to visit, there's a sign-up sheet on the table near the bookshelves to coordinate with others who like to go out to brunch. The Zoom room will stay open for 20 minutes.